And right now, the way we are living at this system here, most of we can't do that. Because here what you have to do. You have to get up early in the morning and go to work and stay at work for most of the day. And then when you're done work, you go through the traffic and the madness. Things can't get warmer than this, man. The way the place warm, man. You go start roast or bake or fry. But today, today with you and we have a contract until 2 o'clock. We want to say it again. We want to hail up Mrs. Marley, her birthday is 2 days' time. As a matter of fact, we have so much birthday on the 23rd of July. Yeah, my mother. Why you look my mother where she there? The ancestors' realm. She born the 23rd of July. I want to hail up Emperor Haile Selassie the first, 23rd of July. I want to hail up my stepdaughter, Tanya, 23rd of July. May I tell you, that day seem to be a very powerful day. We don't talk about the birthday them. We mention the birthday them is a serious time of the year this too. Because we must remember say the first hurricane before Melissa there, at them time it come on, Well, really earlier in July it comes still. And whole heap of places get mashed up, but not as much as Melissa. Now we are get heat. So so all the people them who sell air condition are gonna get rich and fan and all them little cheap Japanese fan where them have. Cheap. But me see some woman a walk up and down with some little fan in them hand. I don't know what they about do with that karate, but I don't know if that can do nothing, but it's a style and fashion as usual. We always come with some style and fashion. Anyway, you have a youth where we always play and him dead. He come from out of East there. More anybody who know Mar, say Mar pass away and him have one tune wrong with me, one play. More want know if the one who produce a tune there never have no more tune with him. I couldn't just one tune him go to studio go do and then dead. Anybody who listen to me ask anybody out there, the person who produced a tune will never play. If them have any more tune, Panty, I them go have an interview with a sister named Sunday Jones. We listened to her last night up a market, Tuesday night market there, and very inspirational little sister. We want to interview her. She's here visiting, and we're taking the opportunity to make her voice be heard. Youth named Mar pass away. And we say we still look for another tune by him. I don't know what the producer I deal with. Anyway, we're going to come up to the 10:30 break and then we hope that the guest we have, she named Sunday Jones. I hope she will be ready or them will be ready for her. Anyway. Yes, so we're there with you. As we say, we have a guest here. I hear her last night. And I was presented with her book too. She have a book here named The Art of Rising, a love letter to my becoming. Her name is Sunday Jones. Good night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night. Peace and love.
All right. So I see you was enjoying yourself last night, man.
Yes, I had an amazing time.
Is the first you read poetry in Jamaica?
Yes.
Oh, yeah?
My first time here, yes. Well, I had a media release Monday, and so I did a little bit there at a press conference, but that was in the grill. But last night, it was a different vibe. It was amazing.
Okay. And where you head for next? Where you go to next?
Yes. Huh?
where you going to read next? Where? What venue?
Oh, where am I going to be next? I'm going to be at Roots Bamboo on Friday night,
Oh, that's
and
Negril.
in the grill, yes, and
Okay.
then Sador's Ethiopian restaurant for Full Ink Breath and Bars production.
Mm. All
Yes.
right. So, me could get to your poetry now. I noticed that your poetry seem to have a kind of inward looking, internal searching vibes. Or you come to that kind of expression where you speak about the
Just
internal.
it's my healing journey from my pain to my power. We sometimes dwell in the pain, but that pain that we suffer from as maybe children or through our traumas, it builds us and makes us strong if we choose to use it in that way. And
So
so my story.
what was the trauma? It seemed like you did have a trauma when you were a child or something. What
Oh
was the
yeah, I
trauma?
had plenty of trauma. I had plenty of trauma. My mom went to prison when I was 4, and she was gone for 19 years. So I did that same
You're
time that she
serious?
did. Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. I did the same time she did. While she was in doing time, I was out doing time, and so
Okay.
it was a lot.
So where
And so
she's
I
now?
just she has transitioned now. She
Okay.
has transitioned, yes. But I
I
did
hear
get
about
to
that.
bond with her before she left the earth. So
So you said a whole heap of your inspiration come from that experience that she had, and you internalize that experience.
yes,
Okay.
yes, and writing saved me when I started writing, and I was able to release all of the things that I was feeling and everything. It just saved, it just saved me. It gave me a different type of purpose.
Mm-hmm. By the way, I should ask you where you come from. Where in America you come from? So like a
Where
southern
from?
girl.
Yes, from Atlanta, Georgia.
Okay. I figure your voice sound like one of them Georgian. That's interesting. Why you laugh so loud? Why you laugh so loud?
I sound like one of them
Yeah, it's all the talk. It's
I'm
all
a
the
yes,
talk, man.
I'm a Georgia peach, but I was raised in the Bronx a little bit, so I got my hip hop love from there. And I spent my summers in Ohio and Cleveland.
Mm,
So I'm a little rounded, a little bit of
mm.
sprinkle of everywhere.
All right, so you write, you record your poetry as just written words.
Did I write my poetry?
No, no, no. The media the medium that you use is just written, or you do it vocal and CDs or whatsoever. You just write.
It's mostly written, but some of them are have like singles, like my poetics, which is like my signature, I believe, poem to tell people like who I am and what I've been through. That has its own single, and it's one other. But outside of that, it's mostly written in vocal. But I am
Okay.
working on an album when I get back to Georgia.
Okay, all right. So, you have to go read a couple of them poems, yeah. Really. Let the people them hear your style and way. So, you want to read a couple of the poem them and do it like how you do it last night in a night market.
Okay, I'll do my poetics because that's the signature. Um, my poetics are multiple, like my personality, with many levels of adaptations from journeys that created my meaning and understanding of life, and this essence of who I am and what I know to be facts by experience. And on a different plateau or platforms, let me slang them to you. I mean, sang them to you. Like Annie, I believe the sun will come out, and I am the vitamin of every day's tomorrow. I refuse to be the sorrow that was given to me because my spirit was stolen from me and many variations of me. So now I choose my lifestyle by my instincts. That's freedom to me. And I'm not sure if you really feel me, so let me go deep about how I overcame in these streets. From four, my mother stolen from me by the systematic lifestyle built tough to break black families, labeled a prison brat by self, from the eternal, emotional, and physical reality, where I had to overcome the fear of her not being here for 19 years and still wasn't here mentally for 15 years, totaling 34 years of trap and confusion, from living in many lands, from family to foster care, from streets to being in many hands, molested and raped, not by strangers, by kin. And it's heavy for me to write while I'm thinking on it. However, I'm meant to tell my truth, so I'm speaking on it. And my big brother, Marty Mack, the dad, said it was his duty to raise us. So after he did his bid, he did what he had to do and saved us. And even after that, my journey didn't end. I had to walk my own walk. It was hard, but I walked it. I had to make tough decisions, and some were wrong, and I suffered consequences. Turn bad choices into lessons, so I made it. I started loving myself, so now I'm greatness. So I talk that real talk with confidence because I've walked a real walk. And I've overcome everything that's ever been thrown my way. And I'm grateful for the family I build along the way. I pay it forward every day. I stay in my own lane. I pay my own way. And I'll continue to overcome, not trying to put it in your face. This is just my truth. My scroll through the ditches on a path whipped by a few switches and came out tough with whelps on the other end. And knowing my own self is the greatest. And I'll continue to overcome it all without hatiness. And so can we all overcome everything that we're going to go through, everything that we've been through, and everything that we're going through. We can overcome it. On.
Okay, that sounds like a Maya Angelou experience too. You know about Maya Angelou, obviously. No?
Yes, I love Maya Angelou. One of my
like
favorites.
A kind of experience that she got through too.
Yes.
It's amazing. So, with even the relationship between you and your father, and the no relationship for years between you and your mother, I guess a lot of young ladies go through that.
Yes.
And that helps strengthen you and strengthen your poems. After a while, you don't see it as see yourself as a victim.
Yes.
But as a one who rise up out of that's deep, man. As you would have said, that's deep.
Yes.
Very deep, and it's also very brave too. So where's your father? Where is he? Where's your father?
My father transitioned when I was about 16 years old. We didn't have a relationship at all. He tried to rape me when I was about 9. And so we never had after that we didn't speak, and so we never really had a relationship. And so my brother was mostly my dad. You know, he played that role for me.
So where's your brother now?
My brother is actually in Mobay right now, waiting on me to get back to the grill so we can meet up. He came here, yes.
So maybe I listen, maybe I listen.
Yes, that's my heart, yeah.
All right. How long this book has been out? How long the book has been out? Tell me.
Book has been out almost a year, not quite. Not quite a year. Came out in September of 2020. We're in 2025, yes. So not quite a year, but almost. We're almost there, reaching it.
A love letter to my becoming. Explain that.
The second book. The Art of Rising, a love letter to my becoming. So it's a book of poems and affirmations, just to help you realize that you are the light. The light is inside of you. You are constantly becoming every day, and every day is a learning lesson. So there are poems in there, affirmations, and letters to myself, my younger self, my now self, a few maybe to some people that helped along the way. And it's a good book for if you're going through something and you just need to go through it and have some encouragement or to help guide you through. or to just feel good today.
So what is my becoming? What have you become? You said what my becoming? What have you become? Why you
Well, we're
laughing?
learning and becoming every
Wait,
day,
hold
but
on,
when
hold
we
on,
get
hold on, hold on, hold on,
okay.
hold on. Why you laugh so strong? That's a while ago when I said that. I wouldn't voice it behind you. I have a whole heap of ladies there behind you and listen. I want to push it again.
I'm sitting here with Tassili, my aunt, my sister, who brought me to Jamaica, and my new sister Isis. They are here
I
with
hear our
me.
vibes, you know. I hear our vibes. I hear our vibes.
Greetings, Musa. Greetings.
Yeah, Irie. No, seriously, no. What is my becoming? I love that to my becoming. What have you become?
I have become the power that tried to be ripped away from me. I have become the woman that I am supposed to be versus what was trying to maybe be painted of me. I was lost in pain for various reasons and things. And so when I realized that I needed to just wash that away from me and step into myself, that is me becoming, that is me elevating, that is me stepping and not allowing my pain, not allowing myself to be drowned in pain and stay there, but allowing myself to understand that I have pain. We all have pain. I'm built from that pain, but I can step on that pain and now I can be in power. And so I am daily becoming myself, the better version of myself.
That's the art of rising, eh? Becoming.
Yes.
Becoming is the rising. The rising is the becoming.
Yes.
That's deep. That's deep.
Yes.
Okay, so where you after you leave Jamaica? Where you going after you leave Jamaica?
After I leave Jamaica, I'm going back to Atlanta. I have 2 shows in Atlanta to do, Plant-Based and Juice and the Atrium. And then I think we go to Tennessee. Nashville. And Nashville.
Oh,
yes.
Nashville. Okay, long time I don't go to them places, you know. Long time I don't go to them, so. And you have a next book, or this is a new book? You say 1 year, 1 year?
Yes, well, I published the book right after that. Maybe 6 months. It might have been like 4. The one you published, If Scars Could Speak, the Gospel According to My Pain. 4 months. Yeah, it was already written. So I because when I went to the Philippines, and I stayed in the Philippines for 30 days, and then when I went back to Atlanta, I buried myself in this place called Bookstore Gallery. That's a community space for people that that like herb, that can sit, network, write, or what have you. And I stayed there probably for about another 30 days and completed my writing. And so I published the books kind of back to back. So I did The Art of Rising, and then a few months later, If Scars Could Speak, the Gospel According to My Pain.
So where's that book? Where's that one? Where's that book?
You can get it from SundayJonesWrites.com. It is online. I have a few copies here. I sent some, but they got lost in the transition. So we only have a few copies, but it's also a book of poems and letters. And so just to help, it's a little bit more, I would say maybe a little bit more storytelling and a little bit more grungier with details than the first book.
When you say grungier, what you mean? Tell me.
Maybe grungier may not be
the right word.
The right word, but a little bit more in detail, maybe a little bit more gully.
On what subject? On what subject would that be a little more?
But it's like street.
What subject would you be a little more when you say grungy? What was the subject?
Maybe a little more street. I'll say that. A little more street. A little bit more of my street life. You know, The Art of Rising is a little bit more
internal.
Yeah, internal and taking you to an elevated place. And then if Scars Could Speak is just a little bit more telling you about what I went through in the streets, a little bit more shallow.
All right, give me one of them poems
Shadow.
from the street. Give me one of the street poem them.
Oh, street poem. Okay.
Give me one of the street poem, yeah.
Okay. I slept where even dreams got evicted, where prayers ran dry and hope felt convicted. Carved my name in the backs of the nights that tried to fold me, and learned how to cook pain down until the pot couldn't hold me. I threw signs before I knew what God meant by signs. Played war games with a heart that was barely mine. Ran from the silence that split me in two. Found family in colors and loyalty in crews. Built my roots with a red clay bruise shoes. Swats born with a grind got southern in the groove. Carry red clay on my soles and burrow breath in my chest. Swats put the grind in me. Bronx slid in hip-hop and kicked off my beast mode. I grew up in Cleveland bars with my blood, so bars in my bones. Hustled soft, stacked silent dreams through apartment halls and wacky roads. Stacked survival too small for the weight carried in my fold. The mama was put in a cage built to erase. But I broke chains they ain't even know how to trace. Now, I stitch scriptures out of scars, build temples from bars, light fires with syllables and baptize broken hearts. I rose with a concrete crack, but the roots held on. Sang lullabies to the wolves when the sheep were gone. I met survival where most met defeat, became the pulse and the vines of those that think they're weak. I moved with the grind stitched in my veins, a dope girl by blood, a legend by flame. I'm the whisper they couldn't kill, the flavor they couldn't steal. Peace and love stitched in my steel. No silver spoons, just splintered thrones. I sharpen my crown for the ruins they own. I don't flex for applause. I don't bleed for acceptance. I walk through fire. Now I talk in essence. And in spite of it all, I said nothing. And they still heard me. And they can get the rest on July the 26th at Fedora's Ethiopian Restaurant. And they can go to inkpressbars.com.
You can't read a poem and then advertise something in the poem, you know. Like that is part of the poem.
Huh?
I say, you can't read the poem and then advertise something in the poem where you read. We're supposed to hear the poem separately from the advertisement.
Well, it's a two-part poem.
Yeah, but,
so it has one part, and then the lights go out.
Some have to come down at the place to come hear the second part.
Yes, so Fedora's Ethiopian Restaurant, and then you can hear the second part of the poem.
It's no word out here, man.
Yeah.
Anyway,
got a whole thing.
Yeah, I like a street poem there. It sounds streety for true.
Yeah.
Sound like you used to dip on the street. You used to dip on the street?
Yes.
Yes. You know a place in Philadelphia where we call it Fentanyl City. When you go to a place there.
Okay. Where is that?
In Philadelphia.
Mm-hmm. Oh, in Philly.
Fentanyl is a fentanyl city place where you go there. Everybody on the road hook on fentanyl. And it's amazing to see the people them. I don't know why when them use the fentanyl, it make them bend down, walk with a bend.
Oh, okay, yeah.
I don't know if you ever been anywhere where you see that in America, because I see a lot of it. Them don't have that problem in Atlanta.
Yes, we do.
Yes.
Yes,
but
everywhere.
You have certain areas, like in LA, and you have certain areas when you go up on the road, you wouldn't believe it's America. You're there, this great city where this place of opportunities and all this and that. For no say something like that to go on in our country with so much people. You know? That's why I was asking you have you ever been on the street in that way yet?
Yes. Oh,
Get,
yes. Yes,
get
I
hooked with
have.
drugs.
I was never on drugs, but I was a part of. I was a part of that from the pharmaceutical side.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I had to make a choice that I didn't want to. I didn't want to be doing that. I didn't want to be arrested when my mother came home. So I had to make a choice of what I wanted to do with myself, and so I
Okay.
chose life. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it seems like you're doing great, man. It seems like you're really stepping up it. You know, you're there, a place where you can breathe
Yes.
freely. You know, in a
Breathe.
Negril there is somewhere where a lot of people find themselves. Usually in the 70s, a whole heap of ones. You name the movie star and the singer them. Them used to come, they come hang out, you know. Really,
Okay.
a whole heap of them come hang out. So you're at the right place. We say give thanks, give thanks for meeting, And yes. By the way, Sunday is your real name as you preach on Sunday Pan Jones.
Yes, that's my real name.
Okay. Okay. So when you go to Monday?
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know who Monday is, but I'll be at Holly Celeste School on Thursday tomorrow. That's tomorrow, right?
Well,
and I have a little mini me Sunday.
The love letter to my be coming and say after Sunday is Monday, so maybe before you leave Jamaica, you will be Monday in there. All right.
We're on Wednesday now. So we're going to Thursday.
I high school.
No, look at. Why should I push you so? Who that daddy push you? Who that daddy push you? ISIS, how you deal with? ISIS, wait your turn, man. Wait your turn, ISIS.
And he said, wait your turn.
Don't get involved with me on the data argument.
It's a team.
Anyway, give thanks, sister. Give thanks. We have to go. Give thanks, yeah?
Yes, give thanks. Much gratitude. Thank you so much.
I read some of the poems, them. I love them. All right, give thanks.
It's your African pride.
Time for finding it, Time for finding it because things are kind of get shaky, dim. If you keep up with what are going on all over the world, right? It's like it's not the same world. Not the same world at all, Bridget and Sister. It's a different kind of world. And it get crazier from the top. Crazier from the top, man. You that thing say the ones that moves at the top would there be a light and a hope and even maybe a salvation to the less fortunate and to the people them who really don't know themselves. But from the preacher to the politician to the school to the church, all of them has been found guilty. What me say? Guilty of doing things right now that is stepping us backward. Yeah, we are going backward instead of forward. Yes, and we the people must understand that there's no salvation in what them saying or what them teaching. We have to go in ourselves. We had the data talk about inward search rising from within. We have to really figure it out because it's not lovely as you can see and experience. If you say if you're not experiencing that, you're gone mad all the way. When you look on the whole, the drama where you confront with, you realize that these people is not 100% human being. them don't evolve properly. Evolution is something will take you from one level to the next. And we hope that when it take you from one level to the next, you'll be a better person. But what we are seeing go on now is like the evolution of man make him get worse. You see you hear about the AI where attack the people them without even a command from a human being. You know, hear about it? Yeah, man, the AI starts to attack the people them with no command. They never get no command for do that. So if them cannot build a machine now where it's moving independent of human suggestion, you can just imagine what going to take place down the line if we don't wake up. If we don't wake up, and it is very, very difficult to wake when you are slumbering, when you are sleeping in the middle of the noise. We, as a people, and we are talking about African people now, we have to realize how weird the thing has become. And then we have to ask ourselves, how did human beings get this way? Were they designed to become this? Or were they designed to make life more meaningful, not only to themselves, but to the environment where them live in? And how we see them are crazy and mash up the environment. And we see certain things are going on in the earth, and earth are respond. And then man start to have some conspiracy theory about why the earthquake licked 2 times and why Melissa mass up Jamaica. All sort of crazy things. All sort of crazy things. And don't realize it's them I do it. Them I do it. Them don't even know so it's them I do it. But it's them I do it. Unconsciously, them doing it. So we have to be more conscious now, because the things them that has been prepared to happen is already happening. Yes. The things that are prepared to happen is already happening. And we have to bob and weave out of it before it catch we, because it catch we a long time now. We, as African people, 500 years it catch we. And we still try break the shackles and the chains from round ourselves. But guess what? You can't break away if every day you get up in your life is to maintain the status quo which caused us to be here in the first place. You can't maintain a proper life if you can't decide your own destiny. Because every man have to decide his own destiny. Every man. And right now, the way we are living at this system here, most of we can't do that. Because here what you have to do. You have to get up early in the morning and go to work and stay at work for most of the day. And then when you're done work, you go through the traffic and the madness and go home. All you can do is bathe, eat, and go sleep, and wake up the next morning and start over the same thing. And you do it for years. You can't lay down in your bed when you want to lay down and get up when you want to get up. You have to have a thing when you clock to decide when you're going to get up. And when you go to work, you have to decide, you have a thing named clock. We are going to decide when you're going to leave work. And you have a thing named clock. We are decide when you eat. Them say the world is spinning around. Them say the world is upside down. We are all a part of that madness, that craziness. Some of us are bob and weave round it. Some of us kind of feel like we are loose the shackles. Some of us are tighten it round way, even round with neck. What are you doing? What are you doing to free yourself from the shackles that you claim is not there? Because you get up in the morning and go out in the evening. You feel say that is it. But where is your life? Even the young one, when them call Gen Z, them words never did exist. Them words never did exist, and now them are separate the young from the young and the younger from the youngest, and the old from the older and the old from the oldest. And people get confused because them things a Sunday them have to go to church and plead them cause to something where them don't even know about, but something that they were told is there, watching them and confusing them life. Who told you that you have to eat 3 times a day? Miss keeps asking that question there now. Who told you that you have to eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner? Who tell you that? Or we decide that? And I decide it. And I know not the breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Where I want to eat, I eat. And I make sure say I have what I want to eat. I now make sure say I eat what I don't want to eat. But because I find myself in a position, I have to eat it. No, it's I must decide what I eat, not what them decide through them frivolous advertisement and them propaganda machine that is in front of you every day. You can't. If you drive on the road, you see the big screen them. If you drive on the road, you see the big, what them call it, flashboard or flash past your ears and your eye. Psychologically, you brainwash. You brainwash. Sometimes you're not hungry, but I saw it go. Because that is what they have to do. They have to confuse your thinking and your thoughts. That you really want that thing. And sometimes you really don't want it. But because you see it in front of you and it penetrates your brains, you find yourself involved in something that is slow poison. When I say slow poison, I mean slow poison. And most of where them give away is slow poison. I don't talk about just food. I talk about how we live with life. Most of it is down the road, slow poison myself. And don't know. As a matter of fact, them get you comfortable. Them put your brain in a for them little machinery and spin the wheel. And what it's the wheel stop at, that is where you stop to. Wake up. This is not the time to sleep and slumber. This is time to move and keep on moving. And count when you want to count and stop count when you want to stop count. And wake when you want to wake. And sleep when you want to sleep. Not decided by system and men and people who believe say them control human beings' life. When we know say I know them created and the whole of it come from the same evolution process. Different day today, 23rd of July. It was on the 23rd of July 1892 that Rastafari Makonnen was born. A woman by the name of Yeshima Bet Ali, and Ras Makonnen gave birth to this youth. And you know and I know that youth became a man known as Rastafari, and then to be known as Emperor Haile Selassie I, King of Kings, conquering Lion of Judah. And we know and we understand that it is this man and the ideas surrounding the man that gave birth to a cultural expression that now spread all over the world. And the people who spread it is called the Rastafari Brethren and Sisters. Without a church, without a Bible, we have been able to spread the word of Rastafari continuously. So today, we praise Emperor Haile Selassie I. All the rest of them who sit down right now and listen to this program here, because we are living this program here today, yearly fullness of Haile Selassie music that has really portrayed itself as the liberation music for African people, and most of it come through the songs and the spoken word of the Rastafari Brethren and Sisters from them time there until now. And we continue it. We continue it. And we are Rastafari is. And we will continue to hail that name without any apology to anyone. Because we're not in the church business. We're not in the church business. So we're not talking about no blood. We're talking about life, energy. And we still are here, highly, Selassie high. I call the people them Rastafari cultural expression is the main cultural expression right now. Even though them have church every Sunday and political meeting every day in our parliament, the Rastafari liberty still continue its journey to liberation. Blessed man.
Yeah, man, I want thing, I must stand here for, man. And man, I now play the quality music where you play. Me, I tell them, man. So when you look back that youth, them, man, I told that virgin call me, I said them, forget for ask me for request about the music, man, that youth there. But how him die, Muta? Get out, man.
I don't know how him there. You mean the one out Irie? Mar,
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, man, them look at station and what all them do are maintain the thieving politician them image. Like them are God. Yeah, man. Yeah, Muta. Few things quickly. They are men's the Muta. Well, anyway, you still me strong, so some real good people born on July too. Hello?
You hear them up there now, if you know them?
Sergeant Owen Thompson, Dixon. And myself, yesterday was my earth strong, you know.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, man, yesterday was my earth strong, man, the 21st.
So when them give your birthday?
Me Muta, and not early. I mean, some virgin called me, I kick back in the van, and I say, them people I just want, man, them come like a politician Muta, want to touch the sky and then it pass the sky.
So you have no virgin and sister who give nothing at all?
Well, two persons promised me I just never get time to start it out and go fit because one of my police brethren just get strokes and pressure, whatever, so I have to carry them up for Golden, there and then from Golden, I'm referring back to university. So yesterday the detective from Earth Strong still.
All right, sir. All right,
but, you know, we independent motor, we're not really dead. for the material thing. I also thought important.
All right, sir.
Yeah, Muta. Before I touch on it, I went last week, Monday, I'm going to the supermarket. And I say, all right, I do look at salt mackerel and bean and take out the piece of salt mackerel. And it's like, for me, I cheap about like, it's $290. I want mine to give it a second look when I look good motor at $500. Never put it back.
So when you mix up 200 with 500?
No, I don't know if the brain I have the pressure.
You want binoculars, man. You know what? You want binoculars.
Muta, I can't remember my old man when I feed our dog with the ton camera salt mackerel and put in it. And I come live now for the saltfish and salt mackerel. I ate the thought it was poor people food. If such words still exist, Muta. Then Muta question, when these things are stop, Muta?
You ask me that?
No, imagine how man with 2 youth, 2 children and no man, and I get minimum wage. When these things are stop, Muta?
Maybe when she find a man. Maybe
but no man with the Muta, remember most of the man them is a few man them boys. The man them are dead up. If an heart attack kill them, a prostate cancer, police. The few look a good man them are there on now gone. Already taken.
Well, I don't know how she can manage then.
Because I noticed the trend from COVID. The thing, because I tell you these things are something where we used to buy for $100 and $200. And my problem is no Muta. The people them just asleep, them just behave like a business user, and the government not addressing it. So the people them can't take no more. Remember them take a big razor pin and say, all right, things are better in a Muta. And I get to understand. I person go to the hospital, the MRI machine now work and some CT scan machine now work. And then I ask the question, then if it now work in a government hospital, and I saw my counsel, you have his machine work. Explain to me, Muta, why is it that it work in a private place when they refer the people into the private place? Or because
Rastafari, King, Mutabaruka, to your personal family and to the family of RFM. Yes, Muta, there, man, Empress, Janet from St. Thomas, you know? Yeah, sometimes I get a call up, I have a few good points to hit on. Yeah, the last caller, the first caller, the regular caller to program, asked what to black people. My answer to him is that, remember Marcus Garvey, the Malibu, Marcus Mosiah Garvey, they don't tell you, say, Jamaica is a ridiculous set of people. Well, if me not quote him, but the words, towards that, when you realize and charity so much, and charity and the support, and he was reading, that was his comment. So it's like we not move up, like we're still up on the same position where Marcus Garvey left on. Because when I look now, I don't see nothing where I go on now. We need to go and find my time. So it's like we're the same place. They come on to certain things. Yes, Muta, say, my mother passed 3 years ago, and this day, the 23rd of July, where my mother, my dearest mother, and that date is a date I won't forget, because 23rd of July is she's very strong, so I can't forget that date. Me that a good person remember date, but that not going to forget me, She passed on that date and sadly missed, She never loved Rastafari, I still, so maybe it's a reason to she passed on that day. Memorable. Yeah, Muta, condolence to the family of the little girl that was deceased in Troy, Chilani.
Terribly, man. What a terrible thing.
Oh my God, Muta.
Terrible thing, man.
Oh, sweet little girl. Just gone like that.
what? I mean, I see no video, I hear nothing about it. I hear the details of it, but I don't see it on the news.
Them kill him, man. People them not see them stone him to death.
The man. Only work for the right person.
Yeah, man, I mean, the people not must know for the right person. Them say, I think him admit, say him do it,
I'm coming like he has the same name of the child, to me I realize.
Because them related.
Yes, sir, same name, man. Coco, something like that. The whole family, that the name of the girl,
They're
father,
related,
and
man.
yeah. Jaja. What a tragedy. Yeah, Muta, may I say right now, we can only have talk about it. What the hell with the politician, they never go on with the country, man. That World Cup enjoy themselves and some things need to be fixed. And
So
this
you
is the
enjoy
island.
themselves. I don't with them there.
But then we realize I always Tufton now, Dr. Tufton is the Minister of Health, and when we realize all of our university hospital, doctors are here working at pieces. Pieces are run from bathroom to ward, to even where the people, so they freak them.
And a lie.
It's terrible, man. It's terrible. You need lot of fixing. And again, one more time, thing never say come and everybody want to call now. Yeah, me I say a little solution and we think about can go on for this country. Family has broken down completely. Say family, yeah. From home to school to everywhere.
So where you that suggest to go? Where you that suggest to go? Like
my suggestion is that we can't wait till when the children them born and reach 10 and 12 and try to bring them in. The parents have to be responsible from conceiving. My mother conceive a child, I say a woman can get herself impregnated, so there must be a father. So I think the government should step up the thing that fathers be responsible. When you get a woman pregnant, you have to be there for the woman. Can build in prisons and something, they can build some centers and make sure says they don't know if it's tear or whatever. To make sure the child get properly trained from the home, father the own, and support the thing from them time they can't wait till them born and then they know and things just mash up. They have to start from the home to take care of the building for the woman get pregnant. So I know say every man have to take up the responsibility. Find work, give them do something, but they have to support the mother. Mother alone is supposed to bring up children, Even though I was a single mother for years, I know that it's not right.
Well, it couldn't right.
Couldn't right.
Make it.
Yes,
People make it,
But third parents say single mother. Every program you hear, everything you hear, article you read, book you read, everything. Single parent. Want to the father them?
No. Them going to make them going to farm food somewhere else.
And then again, we realize it's like, when we observe, so I feel like grandmothers of today helping to spoil children too. The grandmothers of today, even if them love, we're going to pit them too much, or them are show authority or what, but many grandmothers today are spoiling the children. And we need to check up on that.
Some of them will have one grand picnic, so them spoil them.
Yes. When our mother, we said, don't do that, our father, them are back the picnic. When the mother, with that even say, even though sometimes the mother young or the father, them still are trying to do them with the grandmother about the picnic them and have refuge them a refuge to the children them. So a lot of things we need to fix family-wise. See if we can bring back a little things. Things forward. Muta, bless yourself and respect for all that you've been doing all these years.
Yes, Irie.
Yeah. Oh, Sanara Mota.
Thanks, man. What you do, man?
Yes, I run out bars for the front, Brownstone here.
Man, me know you, man.
We check in all the while, might not touch base calling, but you don't know them program inspire we are youth, from early on.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm a parties, I know it is.
You know your parties?
Yeah, man.
Okay.
Yeah, I parties, it's a good while. And my father did I to you long time. Yeah, man.
You could have been your father, man.
Of course, man, I'm one of the most honorable things here, man. If I never him, man, you don't know the thing already. So, Miss Jackie and the youth, them, man, though.
Share, man.
Yeah, man, we long for hear our voice for the program, so I don't know if we can arrange that. Yeah, man.
I that somebody I tell her yesterday, so come she
Yeah, man, I'm ready to have some powerful woman like Caboose here, man, you see it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just got me a request here, man, so maybe I can speak or the other week. We check in all the while here, man. Yeah, man, so big up. You know, my father, Jeffrey James, so I know the eye and start listening to the eyes. Yeah, man, you see it?
Yeah, all right, sir.
Yeah, man, so enough respect and all the best to you and your family and the whole entire world, man.
Yeah, man, give thanks, yeah?
Yeah, man, blessing, give thanks.
Yes, Ian.
Hey, Muta.
Blessed man.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yeah, man. Enough respect to the Rasta community for bringing this culture forward. Yeah, man. We right across the world, I tell the truth, Rasta. And as Rasta, they carry the culture, the food, and the music right across. And the only community we say represent Jamaica right across.
Yeah.
And yeah, man. We are travel to Australia, place in Darwin for some commission business. All about don't visit some Rasta, all about them ask for Jamaica and Rasta. We couldn't answer my question because I'm a Rasta. I couldn't answer most question today, but Rasta really international, man. I tell you, they really bring Jamaica forward. Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah, man. I tell you. Hey, but tell me something. When I said German Junction there.
You mean the one up
Send me, pass your place to go.
Yeah, that's a terrible place that one. We don't drive there again.
Hey.
No, sir.
I'm passing a week and I tell you something. You said the place for the tax over.
You're not talking about it all a while.
Yeah, man, I talk about it, but why you do something about it?
Oh, you have me do something about it?
Yeah, man. Why you advocate to the people around here to them?
Hold on. You know, you talk about it all a while.
All the while.
Where's me can do? Where's me must do? Tell me.
Get back sharp on the program.
Which shot? You know, you're the man not talk to me. You come like you know, listen to the radio. You know, see the man put on one woman to talk to me, and him sit down there beside the woman and go like him never did it.
You know you that.
Yeah, man, the man not talk to me, man. Him not talk to me, Rasta.
Because where the tank I go over the last time, the place was fixed back, you know.
No, sir.
It's if you don't, and next vehicle soon go over there, so. Because the place was flat at the wall liquid. Not then I made no effort to build back the wall.
You want to know, you're supposed to can sue government about them something there, you know. Because you have to pay taxes, you know, you have to license your car, pay insurance, and that. Anyway.
You mean that me as an individual, could I do it?
Eh?
Me as an individual, you think could I do it?
Could I do what?
Sue the government for that.
I mean, we can't sue the government. You know, just get a lawyer, man, and sue the government, man. We have some, man.
Okay. You try that, yes. I tell a man.
You said, what, you're going to try that?
Eh?
You said you're going to try it.
No, I never think about that before, no. So I've been thinking you have to come as a group or something.
It's better if you get a group, yes. It's better if you get a group.
Yeah, man, another major main road on the island, and the worst main road.
Kingston to St. Mary.
Yes.
And Portland.
Portland. Yeah. So enough people I drive don't center no to the highway, come on, junction again.
No, because it's dangerous. Yeah. It's a place that dangerous.
Yes. And them that try fix the road and even stop a bar gate and center the road. So then if anyone wants to say they cannot manage it. So I don't know why some local contractors build it, they're building it, but they must get Chinese. I don't know what become of that.
The Chinese them build up at the top part, out of the end. No, Chinese them build it.
Chinese them?
Yeah, who build it part out of the top. When you nearly reach out of the road, out through
the Broadgate. Out of Broadgate. No, but a local man, some local contractor.
Oh, local people build it?
Yes. Some murder they go out there, 2 murders, 1 killed, 2 men out there.
$1 billion over. Him tell me say it go $1 billion over.
Billion, yes. Remember,
billion.
Billion, man. Me this is program, man. Billion.
No, man, this like somebody cannot build something and it go $1 billion over. They were never enough lunch span work, man.
The money, it was a feeding tree, you know.
Yeah.
Go back. No politics. As the politics running now.
Them road the ass and buggy road. Them the road that wasn't for car and truck, you know. Them road that was when man a ride donkey with amper and man a ride buggy or go through. Them road they are not for car.
Okay.
Truck and drive through there, no brethren. Truck.
Yeah. So, and a main road now, so no upgrade now go on, main road.
You remember when the truck turn over there with the market people, them? You remember?
Yeah, man, the market people, yes, from a long time there. Hey, all them time with them, but about it.
Yeah, man. Anyway,
but hey, look, you couldn't give man a sugar miner music there. Sugar miner. Coming from the country.
What kind of music we are playing?
Yes, but no Rasta.
Eh?
No, man. I like music, man.
No, I never say I like it, but...
Yeah.
Yeah. Today I still have to Earth Day.
Oh, today I'm ready. Okay. Oh.
I'm a mother.
Oh. My birthday on Monday. My birthday gone on Monday.
I'm a stepdaughter.
Hey.
Yes.
Yeah, happy birthday to them, man. Show all the best.
Of course. Mystic revelation of Rastafari. You know, say it. You know, so you have some artists. Me talk about the artists them now, who say them are Rasta. Yeah. Artists them. You have a whole heap of artists who go up on stage, flash them locks, ball out Rastafari and all them something there. And you never see them a Rastafari celebration. Never, ever. You never see them a one Naya Bingi yet. Never. I don't understand it. They are every party, every nightclub, every session we are keeping at Kingston and surrounding areas. Them they there. And you never go to one bingy yet and see them a chant Jaya Bingi. Never. I don't understand that. That is like a Christian say, him not go to church. Him not go to church. How come you're Rasta and you never go to one Rasta participation yet, where Rasta congregate? You never see them involved in nothing where Rasta do. But them there every Wednesday night, every Thursday night, every Friday night, Saturday night, Sunday night. Them there one session. Weird, man. Very weird. Hey, really and truly know that me think on it, you know. It's really a serious thing. Yeah, it's really a serious thing. That a man is a Rasta, you never see him as a Rasta congregation. You see him everywhere else. You never see him amongst a Rasta congregation. And him ball out Rastafari when him ready. And really even lick out against man. Man I talk about lightning, I go lick him and blood and fire and all them something there. And when it come on to of your own self, and to your own self be true, and me I talk to all of them, man, they know. Yes, all of them. Have you ever been to a Naya Bingi and you hear the word all the while? You never wonder, it's what when them say Naya Bingi, what them a talk about. Me I go look on it, and experience it. Never. From me I go a Bingi, me can't call them name. I call them name. We can call all them name, Yeah, man, the man them there every party in a Kingston. Everywhere. And every have to call them name because them know who me attack. Every party in a Kingston. And yet still if you hear about a bingy, like on the 23rd of July now, or the 2nd of November, or during the Coral Garden incident we always a keep, you never see them come there yet. Like the man them a fight against Rasta celebration. Like them a fight against Rasta celebration. I don't understand that. I don't understand that at all. How can you be a Rasta and you find yourself in every group of people except the group where you personally see yourself as? That's like me I say like a Christian we never go a Christian thing yet. How that possible? How can a Christian don't go a Christian something? Rasta keep things all the while. Or even the ganja celebration them. When we talk about ganja festival and ganja this and ganja that, you never see them there. Never. I mean, I say the man on Rasta, and I'm just say it's very weird. Culturally, it's very strange. Yeah.
Yeah, man, greetings, Mutabaruka. Listen.
Listen, man.
Yeah, man. We reach at the time now, first give thanks to, the Rastafari tradition, Yeah, man. Within the early 1930s, Jamaica produced this year movement here, after the coronation of His Majesty, the hope that Jamaica see with that coronation and, create this culture, this culture out of nothing, that spread across the entire world, unite in the Caribbean, unite in Africa, better than CARICOM or anything at all. This gives, black people something what we can call one, something what we can use to carve, to crawl out of them slavery, to take ourselves out of them captivity, them colonization, creating a culture where, we have our own food, our own language, our own connection to the divine, just a totality to get it out of the domination where the European have, and just to see the persecution that the Rastafari movement go through over the years, and still emerging today as, the only hope for Jamaica, because Jamaica reach a stage now where the people, by and large, know themselves, willing, if you look at it, most Jamaicans, at least a great amount of Jamaicans, would be willing to sell out them sovereignty for, green card, to U.S. citizenship, just because of the lack of confidence in ourselves, forgetting the example where people like Leonard Howell set for it, where before independence, black people could create a community for self-sufficient. They are industrial and commercial hub where generating funds, something where duplicatable as was demonstrated here in Jamaica. So we see the same model where, Leonard Howell have duplicating again, with the peacemakers. And we see even this year, with also Siva and so forth, getting an other Rastafari movement, getting this consciousness out to the world. So we just give thanks to Rastafari, for the culture, and thanks to you, Mutabaruka, since the 90s, well, probably since you are based the chain, but I know from my start, follow the cutting edge. The eye has been part of a revolution in Jamaica, Yeah, man. So let's give thanks. And, yeah, man, we're glad to be on the chat with the eye there.
Yeah, man.
All right, give eyes.
It's really a weird thing because there was a time when you could identify certain Rastafari brethren and sisters. For instance, when you see a man with a red, gold, and green taman, more than likely him is a 12 tribe. And when you see a gathering of man with taman, red, gold, and green, more than likely him is 12 tribe. When you see a bobo with them robes, may I tell you, the robes, I couldn't tell when last I see a bobo in a robes, or a rasta in a robes, who say a bobo. There was a time in the early, like, 20s, 1920, let me say 1920, 20, yeah, about, we call it like 15 years ago. Most one did I wrap them in like Bobo. It's like a hinting. It was a hinting to a whole heap of youth for wrap them in like Bobo. Now, them youth they used to wrap them in like Bobo. Them not wrap them in again. You see them twist up them locks. No, we don't have no problem with it, I just say that there's a kind of mindset we still not understand where Rasta is far is all about. Because right now you see the youth, them all locks in at the top of them head and the wall at the 2 head side ball off. It's a design still. I still now fight against that neither. But when I represent Rastafari now, I'm going to see him here plat up. When I say plat up, I mean plat up. I mean, him do it because, him here have to just stay a certain way. Because it may bother him, because him locks long or something. But I find it's a fashion thing I go on. Burning Spears sing about it. Fashion dread. You always see them and them into some music. Them in the music so much that them have to carry them guitar over them back. Like them a wandering ministry. Dubbing. And then when you see them a certain place, man, may I tell you, liquor in them are the same way. I mean, I understand it, but it just, it amazes me if you see a group of Rastas stand up and attack, and a couple of them have a couple of them and a drink liquor. And I get drunk too. Oh, Rasta reaches so. Rasta reaches so drunk. Rasta can't drunk. It's a joke business. Rasta junk. We'll take the last break and come forward, Last break. Yes, Ian.
Motor.
Blessed.
Yes, honorable greetings in the name of the King Emperor Haile Selassie I Kadamawi. You don't know a sort of thing run Muta. And we have to live it and love it and know. So Rastafari is love. I got a soon, brother. That's how we do with it. You see me I say. And the fullness of the thing will be established. Because we done there a long time in a Muta. We're not going to other way. And something I hear there I black about. The thing and thing is man manifestation, you know, just a man coming at the style, because them love it for the style and the association and a figuratively expression of themselves to say, well, I am a part of the black awareness, but the spirituality is not within their mindset. That's why them do the things that them do. And them have to find themselves more. And right now, we now relinquish that. A man can't tell me, say, I'm a Rasta. And him not deal with love, you know. From a man not deal with love, him not deal with Rasta. And the significance of the thing that, see me I say. So all when a man ear not twist up, it no matter. All of them ear twist up and not up, bongo, natty. And him not show love, you know, the expressiveness of a gato sune, which means to say in day-to-day activity of a verify that. You see where I come from? Now, I want to send out some condolences to the people of Jamaica, specifically and worldwide, who have lost loved ones through tragedies and circumstances, unfortunate. And no say, I sympathize deeply with you, in this quest to find some kind of solace in the matter, because some things just happen where shouldn't it even happen. And, you know, Rastafari is there for comfort. You know, see, just go in the book and read some proverbs and some psalms and, you know, see, find out, say, Jah is there to be with you at all times. And we now relinquish that. As you know, today, right now, is the birthday of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. And we now forget that. Them thing is tradition. I want to big up Ras Michael and the sons of Negos. See, I want to big up Bobo Shanti them from over my zone, you know, see, Eastern Kingston, you know, see, which is, me I say, 3 of the man them were in other group. 2 of them pass away. Tyne, Cassie, the man used to read, Repeater, you know, see, and the Funde and them thing there, you know, and Upper North, and the 3rd one. Them they are count as his son. So I want to big up count as the crew, the mystic revelation of Rastafari, the Scatterlights band from them time there. And make the youth them know, say, you have to uphold the tradition. I see the house of Seba come, and I deal with it pan away, and I love that. You see me, I say, because them tradition that we have to maintain motor. And when I'm going away else with it, you know, because they say it there. And all the talk where I hear a talk, you know, see the man them organize themselves. Them split the faction, and you have House of Dread and, you know, see, 12 tribe of Israel. We don't go there, so we don't want to get into that. Rastafari is one under the order of His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I. This is where we keep it. If a man no want to go through this, so then him go where he want to go with him thing. Because we not change our thing, you know. Let me tell you, some motor, long time unite, you know. 2-time
so
police.
Ask that question. You feel say because a man, you have organizations of Rasta and them different, it means you're not supposed to have that. You're supposed to have one organization.
You know, one other, man. I mean, it's branches, you know, but it's one other.
Different, you know, I'm saying now in my house there's many man chat. One house.
Yeah, then that man say, yeah, but a one order. So a man.
Yeah, me know, but you say a man have all in a red, gold, and green tam. No, it's like you say,
yeah,
12 tribe, Bobo, Naya Bingi,
yeah.
All of them things they know shouldn't they there. It should just have one.
No, I never say them shouldn't they there. I say them have to show love. Them have to show love. All the man have him ear side where him not have nothing, you know. Him have to show love, you know, the expression and liberty. Is a liberty. Remember Rastafari is a liberty, you know.
I've heard I don't hear that about anyway.
Yeah. So me just say, you know, even though you have like them want separate it, because you have man I say Bobo different from Orthodox, different from... No, it's just a man concept of what
but it's different.
Eh?
It's different.
Eh?
It's different.
Yeah, but if listen, if it's Rastafari, it couldn't be different. Because everyone are the same. Because difference means separation.
Never hear them say so much leaves are one tree, so much river are one sea.
Yeah.
This river, that way, but them flow go the same place. So me I say to you, human being and human being, and if a man come through Rasta, through 12 tribe, and then him come through Rasta through Bobo, it no mean say man no Rasta and him not search for that truth there. It no mean say him not have the truth, because if him wear red, gold and green tam. You know what I mean?
This is true. I don't say no about that. I say where I see it I do, where I see it do with man and man. It's like when a man say him a Bobo, more time a man want to tell you say if you are 12 tribe, you know right.
You're no Rasta.
Yeah. You see me I say, and it can't go so. You see me I come from. Because it's the liberty. It's the liberty. See? At the bottom line, at the foundation, at the liberty. No matter if you have... Yeah, you know? So what we are trying to express to them now is don't make them things they become a fundamental part of your belief that say, if you are this or you are that, you're different or you're better, you know more about God business or whatever. Because I experienced over the years, I see that. Yeah. Because I see some man come and I say X, Y, Z, and I say, but how you have to say that? When it's a oneness of togetherness, so we can bring in, that is a Babylonian philosophy, you know, and that comes through the mindset of the educational system where all we get, you know, see, because man wants sometimes put himself on a higher level. We all are human, you know, like you say, you know. I was supposed to live on the same plane, a level of reasoning. You see me I come from? So we want to dash with them type of mindset ideology there. I know say that one regardless of where you may say. You see me I come from? Yeah. And that's how we are dealing with it. And that's how we are carry it going on. Because we now make them divide, you know, because that them I try to do. Because you know, so what them do with the reggae music. Them try to bring it, to use it for film purpose and cause so them can make money.
Who is them? Yeah, who is them?
You don't know them. All while you talk about them and you go like you don't know them. You don't know them.
But maybe the them when you talk about and different them when you talk about, you say
same governmental order.
So you tell me say some big guys also divide the music one some.
They're not them a philosophical reason, you know. And them come with the thing, you know. And who make the move with them?
Me just ask, Virgin.
Yeah. No, me just know more. Me just explain to you, you know. Them, the governmental order of the world is them. Rasta come to liberate the people and them don't want that happen. So them come with all different type of things for sure. You know, see it say, yo, you know, have to be exactly like this. You can't do this to and still say. No, you can't do that.
Like how reggae Sunsplash on dance or Sunsplash now.
Yeah, you see me I say, is the creativity. Yeah. You know what I talk about when I talk about tradition.
From reggae Sunsplash to dance or Sunsplash. I still call it reggae Sunsplash.
You see me I come from? Because them try to divide up the things so the youth them not have no direction, youth them lost. Yeah, basically.
They were trying to make some money off of them, not them.
Them. And them we are talking about. You see me I say? Yeah.
You don't say nothing, you can't talk. You're not going to talk if you don't say nothing. You know, some people say something.
Yeah. Them have to go. All of them have to go. We not deal with none of them. I want them to assist the people, man. I want them to know, say, Mr. Chang for resign. I tell you that, and Tufton for resign too. Them two man they for go. You know, see?
Right,
yeah.
sir.
And Judge Sykes with suave span to the man them way under investigation and criminalize them. Yeah. So love Muta, the eye.
Blessed man.
Irie FM, everybody good.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes, I.
Bless her.
Greeting. Zeshan Christus, man. And I'm coming to your life from the School of Vision headquarters in the Blue Mountain. Yeah.
Okay, all
you
right.
know, so the keep strong tonight.
Yeah.
The fire start light from tonight, so you know, say officially.
You know, start it tomorrow, you know, so I start it in the morning.
Yeah, you man, I love it. I love the music, then we have to fire.
Yeah, well, we started, well, from, I'll be at 12 o'clock to start it.
Yeah, man, if you hear the ding in the background, I tell you, a piece of fire kill light in the night, the motor.
Bright up the mountain.
Yeah, man, Babylon, I get a shook in the morning, man. You hear me, I tell you?
All right, sir.
Yeah, man, motor, the Marcus Yard celebration. It's not on this year.
I don't look so, I don't look so. As I say it already. If you don't go on, you hear about it already.
Yeah, true. I mean, I said, I don't know how we could have gone because it's a thing we always keep an eye from.
Years.
Yeah. Real, man.
New management, you know, new management.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, sir. Fire for burning no motor. I don't know, we're there in the Blue Mountain. Even though the time kind of chilly, but you don't know, the fire hot.
All right, sir, give thanks.
So I'm going to bless up the fisherman and fisherwoman and my taxi driver upon the whole have a be a route, all of my family and friends. Bless up Singer Mac, you don't know, Prophet. All of the fishermen, them who know, say, you go see, and you know, say, even when the weather rough, you know, run the chance out there because the life is a life, you see it. Yeah, man, I'm blessed up Prestige Melodies Band's member, the King David Harp family, JEP crew. Yeah, Muta, just have a very good night, and bless up the Empress as usual. Bless up Empress Amber, because you know, say, she know, I know me in person, but, you know, me always see the eye them for an event and I do nothing. I want to look unique together, so bless up Amber.
Yes. All right, so give thanks,
I family them. And peace very much for you, Ghana. I heal up the eye, see me, see it.
Yeah, man, Irie, give thanks.
Irie.
Yeah, man, greetings again, Motor.
Blessed man.
Yeah, man. So, you know, tomorrow, we have request, you play the story of Fire Selassie the first.
Tomorrow, you mean today?
Well, today, yeah, man. The 7th seal from Father Einstein. You know?
Yeah, but we're not going to play a documentary tomorrow, you know.
Okay.
We're not play, hang up on, in the night I will play them thing there.
Okay.
But music, we play the music. Where you say now?
Man, it's music, you know.
Eh?
Yeah, man, it's my song, them. So if I tell after the first, the song I said, you know.
Every time you tell me about them, I not see them.
You not see them? All right, I send them back more time.
Every time you tell me about it, I not see them.
Not see them.
No,
all right. I watch up, send them in now. I don't know you not see them.
All right. Send it again.
That's them forward.
All right. Give thanks.
The police force has sought to again explain that the assignment of close protection officers is not automatic or arbitrary. This in the wake of recent public discourse about some public officials who deem their life to be at risk, not having adequate security. Natalie Campbell reports.
In a statement, the constabulary pointed out that close protection officers are specially trained members of the force who are assigned to the Protective Services Division. This division is responsible for assigning close protection to persons whose office, duties, or circumstances warrant that level of security. It said the assignment of a close protection officer is not automatic, adding that certain constitutional and public offices attract close protection by virtue of the office itself. Where an individual does not automatically qualify for close protection, a comprehensive threat and risk assessment is
There were concerns as major events in the past have led to a gridlock and disruptions for the community and public. Speaking with RFM News today, ACP Mackenzie lauded the organizers and the public for cooperating with the system in place to ensure that public order was maintained.
Based on the work that we did with the organizers, they were very cooperative in terms of us planning and executing. We were able to put all the different systems in place that would enable that. We also have to credit the public, the patrons who attended, because they were also very cooperative. Once they listened to the communication which was done beforehand, and when they came and saw the system, they actually cooperate, and that was very good play. We ensured that the citizens came, enjoyed themselves, and went home without any harm.
ACP Mackenzie noted that the constabulary security apparatus was wide-ranging as officers maintained the presence on the roadway as well as inside and outside the venue.
Well, there were no major incidents. I mean, when you have a show like this with so many persons attending, there are always some little things that you might not hear up front. But as it relates to coming to the attention of the police for us to make any serious work, no. There was adequate security and safety personnel. We made sure that there was adequate police inside and outside, and we worked along with the private security personnel that also complemented it. What I have to say is that our security apparatus was wide-ranging and surrounding in nature. We were on the roadways, we were in the parks within the venue, and we were also around the venue. So it was a total security and safety apparatus.
He said discipline was maintained on the roads by both motorists attending the event as well as others going about their business.
One of the things we asked the organizers to do was to ensure that there were 2 additional gates, one to the east and one to the west. They were wide enough to accommodate vehicles to come in more than one lane, so that helped. Also, there was a park and ride program in place, so there were 3 areas: Pearly Beach, 7th Grade House, and the Discovery Bay Sports Complex. We also ensured that there was discipline on the roadways. So when previous events were held, there were persons doing a lot of overtaking and that sort of a thing. None of that prevailed because we ensured that the routes were properly covered, and whoever attempted to do it, we quickly dealt with it and ensured that the system worked.
ACP Gary Mackenzie. The Jamaica Medical Doctors Association is calling on Health Minister Dr. Christopher Tufton to retract what it describes as a misleading statement regarding the actions of interns during a protest last month. According to the association, the statement by the minister said the interns at the University Hospital of the West Indies protested in the Accident and Emergency Department regarding the lack of bed spaces for patients within the hospital. However, the JMDA said the statement is not true. The JMDA says on June 24, interns across the island engaged in protests, raising concerns related to brutal work schedules, including shifts that sometimes stretch past 48 hours straight. It notes that even after these long shifts, there was nowhere suitable for them to sleep at any of the facilities, which could pose a danger to patient care. The JMDA wants the minister to change his statement and apologize to the interns to prevent the public from being misled. The For We Children Foundation is renewing its call for greater clarity under the Education Act regarding the scope of school administrators' powers to exclude students from graduation ceremonies. It also wants clearer statutory limits on the exercise of those powers to prevent arbitrary decision-making. The call comes as the organization raises concern following reports that a former student of Holland High School in Trelawney was denied participation in her graduation ceremony after failing to sit the school's mandatory EDPM examination. It's reported that the student's mother contacted the Education Ministry about the issue. The foundation said it's concerned that the ministry's alleged delay in responding falls short of its responsibility to protect the best interest of the child. It said this case raises important questions about the legal basis for excluding students from graduation ceremonies. The foundation notes that while schools may establish reasonable policies under the Education Act, those policies must always be exercised within the limits of the Constitution and the law. The foundation also urges the Education Ministry to promptly investigate the matter and provide clear guidance to schools. The Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation has condemned the mounting of an illegal sign beside the Jamaica Society for the Blind. The KSMC said it compromises the safety and accessibility of one of the country's most vulnerable groups. It ignited calls for swift enforcement action with demands for the immediate removal of the structure and accountability from those responsible. Chief Executive Officer Robert Hill said this is a dangerous obstacle for visually impaired pedestrians. The sign was removed.
One of the structures that caught our attention, which actually surprised us, was an unapproved billboard erected right to the entrance of the Society for the Blind on Old Hope Road. So we're paying him the compliment of doing that and ensuring that no structure that impedes the movement, particularly of our disabled community, is placed as an impediment to obstruct them from the free movement along the public thoroughfare.
Chief Executive Officer of the KSMC, Robert Hill. Meantime, on Sunday, the KSMC removed illegal signs and billboards from Clock Tower Plaza in Halfway Tree after repeated warnings to business owners went unheeded. The KSMC said despite issuing written notices urging proprietors to pay the required fees and bring their signage into compliance, many failed to comply. It said the crackdown is aimed at restoring order, ensuring public safety, and holding non-compliant businesses accountable. The National Road Safety Council says Jamaica must remain vigilant in engaging all aspects of the safe systems approach to road safety. This call follows a weekend in which 13 people were killed on the nation's roads. The deaths occurred in separate crashes between Friday and Sunday, including a 7th fatality collision in Falmouth, Trelawney. The weekend's toll also included a triple fatal crash in Little London, Westmoreland, a fatal crash in Baptist Road, St. Elizabeth, and a double fatal crash along the Folly to Anchovy Main Road in Portland. A total of 179 people have been killed in 154 fatal crashes up to July 21. While the figure represents a 70% reduction compared with the corresponding period last year, Vice Chairman of the NRSC, Dr. Lucian Jones, says Jamaica must protect those gains.
So we're on a downward trend compared to what's been happening there over the last 5 years, which is good. But this sudden explosion in road death reminds us that unless we are very vigilant in engaging all the aspects of the safe systems approach, disaster can happen anytime, any day, every day. This is what is a single most important lesson we need to learn from having 13 people die over a 3-day period. That we need to protect her again, and we need to guard against mayhem and chaos happening on our road. It is always an act of vigilance to ensure that we have safe roads.
Dr. Jones warns that many of those losing their lives are members of the country's working age population, making it even more urgent to strengthen road safety efforts.
19 to 49, which is your working class, which is your people who are going to drive production. So it has now become a development issue. It can't happen anymore. We have to do something about it. And what we are, as a council, a responsible road safety body, is that we know what to do. And what to do is engage the safety systems approach to road safety. And if you do that, lives will be saved and the country will be developed.
Vice Chairman of the National Road Safety Council, Dr. Lucian Jones. Meantime, the police have identified the 7 people killed in last Friday's crash in Falmouth, Trelawney. The deceased are 46-year-old Dennis Green of Montego Bay, St. James, 23-year-old Theodore Hudson of Tower Hill District, St. James, 35-year-old Cedric Blaze of Montego Bay, St. James, 27-year-old Shane Little of Tower Hill, Montego Bay, St. James, 46-year-old Marlon Thompson of Spanish Town, St. Catherine, 56-year-old Anthony Rose of Brunswick, St. Catherine, and 30-year-old O'Neill Campbell, also of St. Catherine. Reports from the Jamaica Fire Brigade indicate that the crash involving a Toyota Hiace bus and a panel truck occurred at about 7:52 Friday morning. Firefighters from the Falmouth Fire Station, supported by personnel from the St. James Fire Station, responded immediately with firefighting and ambulance units to conduct rescue operations. The JFP said that upon arrival, firefighters found several occupants trapped in both vehicles. Using specialized rescue equipment, emergency personnel extracted the trapped victims. The tragedy prompted renewed calls from the National Road Safety Council and the Ministry of Transport for Jamaicans to strengthen road safety practices and do all they can to help prevent further road deaths. The call is being made for political parties to intentionally invest in women to support their journey in representational politics. Member of Parliament for South St. James, Nikisha Burchell, argued that political organizations should do more than offer lip service to this cause. This as women need mentorship, fundraising support, and leadership development to both support their bid to enter politics and to maintain their victory in future elections. Ms. Burchell was speaking at the People's National Party Women's Movement Annual Conference in St. Elizabeth on Sunday. She said political organizations must also support women if they fail in their bid to become members of Parliament.
If we want more women in politics, then we cannot simply tell women to just run. We must build systems that help them to win. And after them win, help them to maintain that win. And if they don't win, help them to bounce back in their business, help them to bounce back in their career, help them to bounce back in their families, help them with the support they need, the psychological support and the counseling support. We need mentorship. We need fundraising networks. We need leadership development. We need political parties that intentionally invest in women, and not just as lip service, but an intentional space is made for this. And we need women who continue doing what men have always done, opening doors for another woman.
Member of Parliament for South St. James, Nikisha Burchell. The Child Protection and Family Services Agency says it's deeply horrified and saddened by the tragic murder of a 10-year-old girl whose body was discovered along a dirt track in Troy District, Trelawney yesterday. The deceased has been identified as Shani Coke, also known as Kaja, of Tyre District, Trelawney. The agency says the tragic loss of another child is a devastating reminder that far too many of Jamaica's children continue to face unimaginable acts of violence at the hands of adults who should instead be focused on their care and protection. It further maintains that every child has the right to grow up in a safe, nurturing environment where they are protected, valued, and given the opportunity to realize their full potential. Chief Executive Officer of the CPFSA, Lorette Adams Thomas, said the agency mourns with the child's family and the wider community as they grapple with this heartbreaking tragedy. She stated that each time a child is abused or murdered, the society has failed.
There are simply no words that can lessen the pain of this tragedy. This 10-year-old child should have been given the opportunity to fulfill her dreams. Her parents should have been given the chance to see her graduate from primary school, from university, to see her walk down the aisle. Instead, she was made to become a statistic, another victim of unspeakable violence. We cannot continue to accept these horrific acts as a normal part of our society. Every time a child is abused or murdered, we fail in our collective duty to protect those who depend on us most.
Mrs. Adams Thomas highlights that the actions of all citizens must reflect the belief that children are the society's greatest asset.
This must be a turning point for Jamaica. We must cultivate an environment where the protection of our children is an immediate priority, transcending the rhetoric that simply designates them as the future. Every child is precious. Every life has immeasurable value, and every adult has a responsibility to intervene, to report abuse, to speak up, and to act. If we truly believe that our children are our greatest asset, then our actions must begin to reflect those words.
She said jungle justice is not the appropriate form of intervention.
Jungle justice, however, is not the appropriate form of intervention and is not supported by the CPFSA.
Chief Executive Officer of the CPFSA, Lorette Adams-Thomas. The agency also confirms that its first responders are on the ground conducting an investigation to determine if there are other children connected to their family whose safety and well-being require immediate intervention. It says the officers are also assessing the psychosocial needs of the victim's family and stands ready to provide the necessary support during this difficult time. The CPFSA notes that it continues to work closely with the Jamaica Constabulary Force as investigations progress and urges anyone with information that may assist the investigation to cooperate fully with the police. Meantime, Shani's father, Aston Cook, is remembering his daughter as a loving and caring child. He says he last saw Shani on Saturday, and the family is now left trying to come to terms with the tragedy and what comes next.
She was a loving and caring young community growing up. Everybody knows her. She knows everyone. She always smiling. You never seen her sad. Always smiling, always happy, jokify, call you from far distance. Those are the things I remember about her. I give thanks and praise that you all remember Little Kaja, and we're all here to say thank you and to look up to see what will be coming next and try to make this community a safer place for everyone, each and everyone.
Father of Shani Cook, Aston Cook. A recommendation has been made for the establishment of parent-student support groups at schools for children with disabilities and their caregivers. This was highlighted by a report on a recent survey conducted on emergency response for students with disabilities, done in collaboration with the Planning Institute of Jamaica, PIOJ. The research looked at, among other things, the impact of emergency situations such as the COVID-19 pandemic, as well as Hurricane Melissa, on the education of children with disabilities. The findings of the study were outlined today by Dr. Shanisha Wilson-Scott of the University of the West Indies, Department of Sociology, Psychology and Social Work. Dr. Wilson-Scott noted that the adjustment to virtual learning was difficult for disabled children, but more so for parents and caregivers, as the home environment lacked the usual support the children would get at special education institutions.
During the pandemic, it was found that the adjustment to online learning, as consistent with other schools and the literature, it was deemed to be more difficult for students with disabilities. The emergency response strategies for this school were phased based on the progression of the pandemic. In phase one, it was noted that with minimal to no movement except for essential workers, the school relied on WhatsApp as the main mode of communication with parents and students. Classes were also taught using WhatsApp calls to parent groups. In phase two, the school participated in training opportunities that were provided by the Ministry of Education and the Jamaica Teaching Council. The noted challenge here was that for students with disabilities, there was an absence of support at home that would normally be provided by special education teachers in the classroom. And this just highlights the need for that training and support of parents, understanding their children's special needs and how to support them outside of the classroom.
She said support groups for parents and caregivers should include training and sensitization.
Establishing students with disabilities and their parents as central to the process can include ongoing parent training and sensitization, the use of parent coaches. What we found was that the parents had some really good ideas of working with their children that could help others. So there are parent coaches out there who can be engaged. Established similarly to that, a parent-informed best practice toolkit, establish parent and student support groups at school and regional levels, and address the psychosocial needs as intrinsic learning outcomes.
Dr. Shakisha Wilson-Scott. Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness has noted that Jamaica being booked for large meetings is the result of efforts to reduce crime and violence. That in addition to having the infrastructure and facilities to host major events such as international conferences and seminars. Speaking today at the signing ceremony for the Kingston Harbour Walk project, Dr. Holness explained that Jamaica is considered to be a safe near-shore destination.
thousands of people will be coming. We need to be able to show them a good front yard. Yes. And it's not just the Women's World Cup. There are other major international conferences which are coming to Jamaica. One of the reasons why Jamaica is getting so much attention is that Jamaica is now being viewed as a safe nearshore destination. The reduction in murders has a significant impact on how travel advisories are crafted. And when international entities are planning their itineraries and where to host their meetings, they do take into consideration what the travel advisories say, because the travel advisories inform the insurance requirements for mass movement of people, for meetings, seminars, and conferences. So there is a dividend for the entire Jamaica when crime and violence is low.
Dr. Holness said while it's good that the murder rate has been cut in half, the target is for 15 per 100,000.
It has not escaped the world, though it appears it has escaped several Jamaicans by the way they talk, that our murder rate was 50 per 100,000. Today, our murder rate, based upon 2025 figures, would be 25 per 100,000, cut in half. And if we continue on the trajectory that we are, we could see a murder rate of 15 per 100,000 by the end of the year. That's our target. That's what we're pushing for. Mind you, El Salvador has cut their murder rate from 60 per 100,000. They're somewhere like 3 per 100,000. We are pushing as well, and we can get there. Now, if you pair peace with infrastructure, you are on a sure path for growth. Granted, they are the pessimists. They are the people who don't believe, who see everything as, it will never happen. Thank God we have people who are positive thinkers, who believe in Jamaica, and who are happy to see the progress being made.
Prime Minister Dr. Andrew Holness. The Office of Disaster Preparedness and Emergency Management, ODPEM, has begun distribution of key items to the local authorities for pre-positioning as the country maintains its preparedness for the 2026 hurricane season. This was disclosed by Director General of the ODPEM, Commander Alvin Gale. He was responding to concerns raised by Chairman of Parliament's Public Accounts Committee, Julian Robinson, about the readiness of shelters, pointing to issues during Hurricane Melissa last October. Mr. Robinson called for a review of how shelters are equipped ahead of a hurricane.
We appoint shelter managers who are volunteers, who then come under tremendous pressure to provide all kind of items. When they come under pressure, you know who they turn to? The members of parliament to say, I'm at this shelter, or one cut there, we're not enough food, etc., etc. But a whole heap of people are here, waiting post the hurricane to then provide it. It just never happened. And then the pressure falls on the MP to try and deal with something for which we have no resources. The poor shelter managers, poor meaning just the pressure that they are under to manage, it is an impossibility. There has to be a review as to how we staff shelters, equip them going forward. But that system as it is now does not work. It can't work. It must be reviewed.
Commander Gale indicated measures being undertaken, including a focus on shelter regulations, discussions with local authorities, and the distribution of items.
What we would have done before the start of this hurricane season, would have had discussion with the municipal corporations, would have written to them, would have caused for them to conduct their own needs analysis around their particular spaces, and then revert to us with their needs list. We are currently, even today as we speak, more deliveries are going out to bring to them items for pre-positioning. They would have to deploy those from the local level as the situation dictates in the particular crisis they would find themselves in. Once this delivery cycle, which concludes on the 31st of this month, we'll do another request out to the municipal corporations to inform us again of what are their particular needs, bearing in mind as well that the municipal corporations also have their own remit under which they will also look and also procure items for this sort of pre-positioning of kit and equipment. as they treat the disasters at the parish/local level.
The ODPEM Director General told the committee of other actions being taken, including training of shelter managers, noting he anticipates better management of shelters.
We have engaged with international partners and local partners around one of the larger issues is what percentage of the population would we be able to outfit with disaster relief kit and equipment in the event of a circumstance. So we're working through those programmatic areas and also developing the funding model around it, and this will also incorporate the NDF and its committee. What we're also doing for this season and already started, we've done a series of trainings for shelter managers. The Ministry of Local Government, albeit I don't want to speak for them, I know are doing other efforts to cause a better management of the shelters at the local level. Whilst it is that we don't want an event anytime soon, I do believe in the next time we should be called upon to respond, we should see significantly better management at the local level and also for the resourcing at the local level.
ODPEM Director General Commander Alvin Gale. The Clarendon Police have charged 3 teenagers following a robbery incident in Sandy Bay on Tuesday, July 7. Charged are 18-year-old Devon Luther, otherwise called Ratty, 19-year-old Tevin Osborne, otherwise called Foodie, and an underage teenager whose name cannot be disclosed. The 3 are charged with robbery with aggravation, unlawful wounding, possession of a prohibited weapon, and using a prohibited weapon to commit a felony. Reports are that about 2 p.m., 2 men were walking home when they were confronted by the 3 accused. The teens allegedly demanded money from them. However, the men refused. Reports are that the assailants reportedly left the area and returned a short time later armed with machetes. It's alleged that they attacked the men, inflicting multiple chop wounds before robbing them of $10,000. The police were alerted and an investigation launched. The accused were apprehended and, following separate interviews in the presence of their attorneys, were jointly charged. The Western Regional Health Authority is calling on residents across the region to take proactive steps to prevent dengue by regularly identifying and eliminating mosquito breeding sites. The Aedes aegypti mosquito, which spreads dengue, breeds in containers that collect water. The authority says the risk of breeding may increase following rainfall and during warmer months, making it important for residents to inspect their homes, workplaces, and communities at least once per week. Regional Public Health Specialist for Vector Control at the authority, Ryan Morris, said consistent action by residents is essential to reducing the mosquito population.
Preventing dengue begins with us. You, me, everyone has a role to play in reducing mosquito breeding sites. Dengue fever is caused by the Aedes aegypti mosquito. It is found in and around home and will breed in anything that will collect and hold water. We're encouraging you to spend just a few minutes, at least once per week, to search for and destroy mosquito breeding sites in and around your home through simply covering up, dumping up, clean up, because together we can reduce our risk of getting dengue and protect our families, friends, and communities.
Regional Public Health Specialist for Vector Control at WRHA, Ryan Morris. The authority is encouraging persons to protect themselves from mosquito bites by using insect repellent, wearing clothing that covers the skin where practical, and placing screens on windows and doors. Persons experiencing fever, severe headache, pain behind the eyes, muscle or joint pain, nausea, vomiting, or a rash should seek medical attention promptly. Agriculture Minister Floyd Green has stated that a renewable energy system is being installed at the Amity Hall Agro Park to reduce electricity costs, and this is part of the project that will be officially commissioned in October. He made the disclosure at the National Irrigation Commission's official launch of the Heartlands Irrigation Project in St. Catherine yesterday. Mr. Green said electricity is the highest cost faced in getting water to farmers. Therefore, solar energy will be used at the Amity Hall Agro Park to drive water distribution.
Biggest ever reservoir for agricultural water has been built in this Amity Hall Bridgepen region to ensure that we service over 800 acres with irrigation supply. And I'm here to tell you that we are 90% there. You would have seen that we are not only doing the water and the pipes, but we are also thinking about the energy, because the biggest cost to get water to the farmers is electricity costs. So what you see us do down by Amity, we have put in a renewable energy system where we're going to use solar to drive the distribution so that it reduces the cost, not to the government, it reduces the cost to the farmers. And I expect that we will be able to open that part of the system by October of this year.
Agriculture Minister Floyd Green. The recent staging of Reggae Sumfest highlighted the importance of planning, coordination and communication in the successful execution of local events. The view was expressed by Assistant Commissioner of Police in the Jamaica Constabulary Strategic Operations Portfolio, Dr. Gary McKenzie. Reggae Sumfest, one of the largest entertainment events in the country, was moved from St. James due to Hurricane Melissa damaging several venues in the parish last October. Ahead of its staging at Plantation Cove, St. Anne on Saturday, concerns were expressed about the likelihood of traffic congestion. ACP McKenzie said collaboration by stakeholders, including the police and organizers, ensured that order and safety were maintained throughout the event. He commended the management of the toll authority for playing its role in ensuring traffic was not an issue.
Planning, coordination and communication is very important, and it showed in this particular event. We also want to commend the toll authority for extending the toll booth, because that made a difference in terms of traffic piling up on the highway coming towards St. Anne. So that was also good. I have to hail my colleagues who were able to maintain presence and focus so that we did not have any catastrophe and persons were able to travel safely and back. And so I want to encourage this kind of planning, coordination and communication of all teams treating with events, and we expect that once that is done and there is cooperation from the public, we should have a safe period.
ACP Gary McKenzie. Consumer confidence fell by 2.3% over the second quarter of 2026, while business confidence showed a modest improvement of 2.6%. Executive Chairman of Market Research Services, Don Anderson, made the disclosure while presenting the confidence indices for the second quarter of 2026 yesterday. Just over 610 people were surveyed, while 116 business owners were interviewed. Mr. Anderson said various views influenced the fall in consumer confidence. These include a less positive view towards current business conditions and job situations.
Fewer and fewer persons are considering that the current business conditions are good. So we moved from 22.4% in the second quarter of 2025 to 16.8% in the first quarter of 2026, down even further to 16.2% in the second quarter. So consumers are becoming, cautious, conscious of challenges, wary of what's happening down the road. And what we find is that they have a less positive view of current business conditions. What about the current job situation? So in the second quarter of 2025, 14.9% felt that jobs are plentiful, which was a pretty high number compared to the pattern over the previous years. That fell to 8.2% in the first quarter of 2026, and that fell even further to 7.8% in the second quarter of 2026. So consumers are definitely feeling wary about their own situation. Jobs are not plentiful.
Executive Chairman of Market Research Services, Don Anderson. And with that story, we have come to the end of the local news, brought to you by a Public Sector Employees Corporate Credit Union, where your financial security